Amanda, it is actually 100% legal to have a kangaroo in the state of West Virginia. On top of kangaroos, you can also have sugar gliders, wallabies, and capybaras without a permit. Kind, fair, and humble are words being used to describe Justice Armstead here tonight, with former Senate President Blair telling me that not only was Justice Armstead a close personal friend, he was also a personal hero. Amanda, merrily, chaos was the word used to describe the current state of the West Virginia high school transfer system, as athletic directors and coaches from across the state came together to testify about legislation that would repeal current transfer rules. Amanda, merrily, in just under 3 months, the boulevard will be filled with cyclists competing in the Pro Road National Championships. And this year, they're looking to make it even bigger. There are 950 AP exams were taken in Cabell County. Here at Cabell Midland, over 220 students took an AP exam, with 76% of them getting a 3 or higher. And at Huntington High School, over 170 students took AP exams with a similar pass rate of 71%, opening doors for students beyond the classroom. Amanda, what started as a dream to preserve local trails has turned into a major economic opportunity for not just the Upper Kanawha Valley, but for the entire county. Absolutely, Amanda. When I spoke with Coach David Thompson earlier today, he told me that he was going to keep his team practicing. And as you can see behind me, he is doing just that in anticipation for a hopeful playing game against St. Mary's. Prior to this season, Tulsa hadn't made the playoffs in 5 years. Today, the Sissonville community is coming together to remember Wiley Wilkinson with vigils, prayers, and wearing the color purple. This morning at the spot of the accident along Rocky Fork Road in Sissonville, around 20 of Wiley's classmates and friends came together to mourn and pray for Wiley. They also told me that this morning they came together at Sissonville High School, where Wiley was a student, to decorate his parking spot. Cooper Hall, one of Wiley's friends, says that he was an amazing person to be around.
He's just amazing. He was always smiling. He was always funny. I mean, he's just like, I don't know. He was really passionate about the gym. We played soccer together. He just, always a good time. There was never a day that Wiley wasn't smiling, like ever.
Wiley's friends and classmates tell me that the atmosphere at school was very quiet today and that the whole community is feeling this loss. Wednesday night, the Sissonville High School Facebook page requested that all students wear purple today in Wiley's honor, but his friends tell me that the whole community has taken part to remember Wiley. In Sissonville, Riley McIlmoyle, 13 News. 6 weeks ago, Clay was found in a ditch with a broken wing and a bad case of lead poisoning.
She's got it stored all over her body, and so we're just gradually getting it out and gradually getting it out.
Wendy Peroni, the executive director of the Three Rivers Avian Center, said that Clay was in bad shape when she came to them, but she is slowly getting better and will stay at the center until she's well enough to be released. Clay isn't the only bald eagle that resides at the Three Rivers Avian Center. The center is also home to many other birds, just like Regis behind me. Wendy says that Clay, being a bald eagle, draws the attention of many people.
Working with an eagle is extremely different, and people's perception of what that bird means to them is first of all, when you get to the bald eagle, of course, it is our nation's symbol. This year particularly, we're hitting the 250th anniversary of the U.S.,
which she hopes can shine a light on the important role that all wild non-game birds have on the environment.
It also helps us really bring home that, you know, if you're going to be patriotic and care about these birds, then you have to care about the ecosystem.
Because birds help regulate the ecosystem.
Don't have, you know, as many birds as we should have. So, you know, it's like different pieces of the puzzle, and suddenly you don't have a full picture anymore. You've got just pieces.
And while Clay still has a long road to her recovery, the team is working every day to make sure she can take back to the skies. In Brooks, Riley McIlmoyle, 13 News. Before she handed down the sentences, Judge Mary Claire Akers said, "May God have mercy on your souls, because this court will not." Altogether, the pair faces more than 350 years in prison.
You brought these children to West Virginia, a place that I know is almost heaven, and you put them in hell.
Let's take you inside the courtroom as the father, Donald Lance, was sentenced to 160 years in prison. You can see he was sitting with fingers crossed. When Jeannie Whitefeather was sentenced, she was stone-faced and didn't look up unless she was being directly talked to. 4 of the adopted children were in the courtroom today. Those children didn't eat, bathe. They worked constantly, didn't have access to a bathroom, and slept in a locked shed on cardboard on a concrete floor. They were forced to stand for hours with their hands over their heads and were on camera most of the time. And today on the stand, a child advocate read a statement from one of the children. Listen in.
I was taught to laugh at my siblings and told they were bad. I was kept from them and watched all this stuff happen. Now in my new home, I see that everything was not right there with Jeannie and Donald. They were mean, and kids should not be picked on by their parents. They should be loved. I feel I was also done unfairly because they made me believe such lies.
That statement was from the youngest child, who was separated from the others and was treated differently than the others. All of the children provided statements expressing the devastation and hopelessness they felt, including the struggles to adjust in their new lives and the resentment they hold towards Lance and Whitefeather. One of the children read their statement in court, saying in part, "You make me sick to my stomach. I can't piece together in my mind how you were able to treat any person the way you treated me and my siblings, and preach the name of God right after." Neither parent looked at the child as they read their statement. The children were there with their new foster families, and they physically leaned on them during the court proceedings. The couple's attorneys plan to appeal the entire case. In the newsroom, McIlmoyle, 13 News.